12 months ago, more than 1,000 CCC families stepped out in faith, took the next step in their journey, and pledged $2.5 million above and beyond their current giving to help people find their way back to God. 12 months ago, construction on the expansion of the Naperville Yellow Box began. 12 months ago, plans were made to identify the first of 7 new locations, and in the spring, we will launch Community Christian Church Plainfield. On September 15th, CCC celebrated the grand opening of the expansion at the Yellow Box, and church-wide welcomed some 1,200 of your friends, family, and neighbors for the very first time. And today marks the culmination of this journey with one thing abundantly clear. God has used our prayer, our faith, and our sacrifice to help more people find their way back to Him.
This is my first time in giving above and beyond my tithe. First thing I thought of was, oh no, I have to come up with more money. It was difficult at first because I didn't know where the money was going to come from, but I believed in what was being done. I started my own business when I had pledged $5,000, and I had no idea how I was going to get that $5,000. And my first bid that I had done was over 10 times that amount. And I think just in that I stood in awe that God could do that. I think to see all these people that sacrificially gave of themselves, of their times and their treasures and their talents, it's difficult. It had to be a sacrifice, but the blessings I think that you give and the people that you help, there isn't a price tag that can be put on that. There isn't. The joy in that is a million times any amount of money that you'll ever see. I was a baptism coordinator when it started as well, and Sherwood has had over 50 people being baptized this year. If my blessing beyond getting that first bid that I had gotten, that my first job, was to watch 50 people be baptized and to be a part of that, and there is no price tag for that.
I've always believed in God, but I never trusted God. And once I opened my heart to Christ, He came in full force. I think when you're first coming to CCC and you really are seeking Christ and finding the reason, and trying to figure out who God is, I think that's when things really start to happen and the messages begin to they hit a certain spot. You know, this place, CCC, the church, people, you really see the kind of person you want to be and what God wants you to be. Well, I got baptized March 5th, and it was a day I'll never forget. It was the day everything changed. I was at CCC, and they were having the spur-of-the-moment baptisms, and I wasn't planning on doing it. It was all the way up to the very last second. I mean, they were already dipping people down by the time I went down, but I really couldn't. It was like it wasn't even my choice. It was my choice, it was my decision, but it was something I felt I had to do. I don't feel like, well, maybe this is the right way, or maybe that's the right way, or I don't know what's gonna happen, or I'm depending on other people to really help me. I'm not trying to control the situation, because I tried that and I've failed over and over again. And well, for the first time in my life, I know the direction I'm going. Right now, it's the one thing I'm holding on to more than anything.
I love those kind of stories of life change. See, it's stories like that, stories of life change. That's why we all made this commitment and sacrifice to Next. And I wanted to say thank you to you. Thank you for courageously listening to God. Thank you for having the courage to sacrifice. Thank you to all of Community Christian Church for really, imagine this, more than $2.5 million above and beyond your regular giving to help people find their way back to God. That is awesome. And because of that, we get to be in this brand new space. We're already dreaming about now launching the Plainfield campus, and I'm more convinced than ever before this is exactly what God wanted us to do. It's just an awesome thing that we got to be a part of. We're continuing the mission of helping people find their way back to God.